wearing a mask in the workplace because everybody does, right? Like, you may not think you do, but everybody does. Let me make a strong argument that brown and black people, we keep our masks on all the time because the world can't seem to handle who we are. And there is a notion that it is our responsibility to please white people, make them comfortable, let them know we're not a threat. If we're black, we have to diffuse that they think that we're angry. Our direct communication style puts them off. Most brown and black people are softening or walking on eggshells the entire time that they're at work. We can't afford to let our true self show, because when the true self shows, that's when the attacks start. And God forbid you work for a supervisor. I'm just going to say it like this. God forbid you work as a brown or black person for an insecure white woman. I said that, and that may sting, but that is the truth. Because when you look at the demographics of what is happening to brown and black people, we have more issues with white women, it's my perspective, everybody may not agree with that, than the white men that people are talking about, all of the white men in a leadership position. That is true. There's no question that we have to diversify boardrooms, executive teams. We need to get more diversity there. But you know what's interesting? Diversity in corporate America, again, has fallen into the safe zone, which is gender. So again, white women are prevailing under diversity initiatives to give them more power and more access to control brown and black people's lives. Now, they have a mask too. My question is, if you've heard my TED Talk, you hear me ask this question is, we all have this stuff inside of us. I have it inside of me because my tormentors have been white women. And so when I'm walking or meeting one, my filters, I'm hearing this narrative in my head and I'm having to fight jumping to a conclusion about someone or labeling them and putting them in a box. It's very intentional work that I have to do to not be and do the things that I'm trying to teach and help other people to be better at. I would say, though, that the women in the workplace, your mask, white women, your mask is you have this story that you have told yourself or that somebody has trained you and taught you that says she is this or she is that. And it automatically comes to the forefront of your mind when you meet me. And so, I know what my characteristics are. I know when I walk in a room, I know I've heard it my entire career. Things like, Cindy, you have such a strong presence. Like people are, if you're somebody who is not another confident person, you're immediately going to feel threatened by me. And I realize that. And so my work that I've done, and I get criticized about this work, by the way, my work is to diffuse people around me so that they don't feel put off by me or they don't feel like they have to keep their masks on. Now, I get pushback from people that, Cindy, why do you continue to do that? You're perpetuating the problem, which is owning the responsibility of making everybody else comfortable instead of them doing some work and learning to be uncomfortable and get used to people that are different than them. That's the work, people. That is the mask that must come down. And so when we're in rooms and we're talking, I'm happy to have discussions with people. You don't have to agree with me. We can talk about different things, but you don't have to go away from that meeting and start saying subtle things to other people to destroy my credibility or to take me down. That is, in fact, what is going on. And so how do you begin to take your mask off is you have to start doing the internal work. This change that has to occur in organizations anywhere in society is You gotta deal with it from the inside. This is an inside job. You're not going to fix diversity by hiring us, because none of us are interested in working in these toxic racist work environments anymore. It's just not happening. There's many studies now that are coming out about why Black people are just opting out of corporate America, because we don't want to deal with that behavior that we're constantly having to tolerate. Now, younger people can tolerate it, where I tolerated it for 30 years. I had some good runs in corporate. I worked for some good people, but by far the energy that it took for me to keep my mask on and to try to please folks, I'm just done with it. And I think many people are. And if you're serious about change, the change starts with your own self, your ability to remove that mask, to look at your own heart, look at yourself in the mirror, and ask yourself the question, do you like what you see? Don't let your ego answer that question. Answer it truthfully. Do you like who you see? If you just found what I had to say interesting, scary, or God, what is she talking about? Or you want more of that, you can certainly reach out to me at Cindy with an I at cindybright.com. I'd love to continue this conversation because I'm here to help you with this. Thank you.